Welcome in, love. Thank you for being here. My name is Jah, and I most definitely have a message for you. So, what I was hearing this morning in meditation was that I don't know, I'm speaking so low. Hold on. What I was hearing in meditation this morning was that your heart, yes, we are talking about the heart chakra again. Because if it's one thing I know is that spirit is going to give you the same message over and over until you get it, until you really understand and it's used. So spirit was saying that your heart is going through a clearing right now. Like if your heart was a destination and I pulled up to your heart space as like a place that we were going, it'd be kind of like under construction at this time, and in a good way, because it feels like your heart is getting a facelift, like it's getting the upgrade. And it feels like the things that you were holding on to in your heart, memories, different connections, different people, it's kind of like weeding out it's kind of weeding out the memories and the nostalgia that no longer serves you, or the ones that are actually like hurting you. So it's kind of like our memories and like the love that we have or shared for people, or like the experiences that we went through, kind of set like a standard for everything to come. You're always in comparison of like something new coming in. You kind of compare it to something that you once felt. We just do it naturally. We're human. But it feels like spirit is clearing some of those things, because whatever is coming in can't be put up against what you've been through. It's like there's no room for that comparison anymore, because what you're going to be experiencing, it's like on a whole different level. So it's kind of like spirit saying that, again, whatever we're holding on to, the purpose has been served. It no longer is doing you any good by being there, and you having, it's almost like certain good memories, but also certain harmful memories that you keep replaying, maybe, out of just wanting to protect yourself. It's like you keep replaying it and being in comparing that up against something that you might go through, like, oh, because remember last time, when that's not the case going forward. So it's kind of like eliminating all of those things. Not like you're going to lose the memory, but they're losing their importance. Certain things that you've been holding on to your heart, in your heart space, are going to be losing their importance to you. Like you're not going to recall that thing it's like you're not going to be able to call upon the hurt that you once went through, or the connection that went bad, or even just the love and things that you once felt. And those things like set the bar. It's like that kind of moving spaces is not going to be removed from your memory, but it moving to a different position, because it just can't compare to what you're about to experience. And spirit doesn't want you to compare it. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. The other metaphor I got, which was really beautiful, was, okay, say your heart is this window behind me, and for a long time you've been living with it cracked like this much, right? And you've been able to experience a certain amount of flow, but it's not always comfortable, because it gets hot. It's the summertime, it gets hot, but it's been stuck at this like cracked level of like right here. And so you kind of are like, man, I wish I could get a little bit more airflow. It's getting real hot. It's getting real stuffy. Your heart is this window, and it's going to be lifting completely open soon. If not being in the process right now. So it's lifting open soon. And it's like, if you can imagine the flow that's going to be coming towards you, like you're going to be feeling everything, all of the breeze, all of the everything, right? And so it's like you're bracing yourself, you're preparing yourself for this window to be blown wide open, because you know that when it's that far open, you're never going to want to shut it again. Like it's this thing where you're going to open it knowing damn well that if you close it again, it'll restrict the flow. So it's like you've got to keep it open, knowing that you're going to go through all these seasons, spring, summer, winter, fall, and have to accept what's coming in, all the while keeping your heart open, because you know that having that flow is going to still be better than having it cracked. Like experiencing everything is still going to be better than experiencing like this little space, you know? If that makes sense. It was given to me so much better than probably what I just said, but it's you're bracing yourself for this incoming of blessings, abundance, emotion, that because your window, your heart is going to be wide open pretty soon. And that's such a difference than having it just be like cracked open for so many reasons. But, and it's like when the window goes up that much, you're so vulnerable. And so it's like you're preparing yourself to be that vulnerable, to live this vulnerable. Because again, once the window's up, you don't want to crack it because it's like, I need air. I've been suffocating. So, but you know, when that window's open, like you're prone to certain vulnerabilities. You're kind of just, you're out there, you know, something happens and it might hurt, but you still keep your heart open. Something might happen and it's good. You're keeping your heart open throughout whatever happens, you know? So yeah, that's what feels like it's going on right now for you. And it's beautiful. However, you are like bracing for it at this time. It feels again like your heart is under construction. It's a construction zone in a great way, because it's like it's clearing out, you know, the whole house, the old space is clearing out. You're clearing out the debris, things you've been holding on to that don't mean as much to you anymore. Again, not losing the memory, but losing the significance of that memory. The thing that you were holding on to that almost like kept you bound isn't binding you anymore. In fact, Spirit's clearing it up so that nothing's going to be binding you anymore. You're not meant to have these blockages. And I don't know if you feel something in your heart space. I mean, this is so quantum. It's not like everybody's going to feel it, but maybe you feel a little lighter, you know? Maybe you feel a little more unburdened, because it's like this thing that's been playing over and over, it's stopped. You know, Spirit's eliminating that for you. And in exchange, you're meant to live a more vulnerable life, have a more vulnerable experience and existence. Yeah. So I hope that registered. I know I'm working on being able to deliver these messages, but hopefully you got that. Let's get into these cards and see what more wants to come out. Six of Swords. We always pull this card. Yeah, it's like you're leaving mentally to a better space, you know? You're searching for more at this time. The memories that we have, you know, that live in our heart space, they keep us, we're not meant to just like hold on to them so tightly. It's like we're supposed to experience it, process, and move on. You know, some of us just circle. We just circle round and round with them. And that's what they're there for. We're not even meant to, you know, use them as comparison. It's like you experience it and you move on. And I feel like you're done with the loops. That cycle is over. You're out of that. You're leaving, you know, you're leaving to a better emotional state, more clarity and more just understanding. Yeah, it's like you're leaving this Five of Coins energy of where you're just feeling like depleted and low and feeling, I'm hearing, feeling insignificant is the word that's coming out. What am I hearing? What's that word? What's that word where it's like you're not being thought of, like yeah, you're leaving this place of feeling like you're not heard and seen and regarded by anybody. Like you feel disregarded, you know, or you have felt that in the past, maybe taken advantage of. And you're leaving that space because it's funny because I feel like you're realizing that it's a place that you got stuck at and it's not necessarily true. You just got stuck feeling that way for some reason, but maybe it was never true, you know? And because you feel differently about yourself, you're able to let this go, this feeling, this five of pentacles, you know, kind of like left out in the cold feeling. You're able to let that go because you're not leaving yourself anywhere anymore. You're taking yourself with you, you know? Again, it feels like that you're your own best friend at this time, you know? You've got yourself, you know, you've got your own back, you're protecting yourself. So it's like, there's no room. So yeah, exactly. Spirits, like, we can leave this behind. What else are we leaving behind, actually? Okay, well, we're probably taking this one with us. King of Swords. Yeah, you have more just of an understanding. It's like you were granted this clarity and understanding of how, like, insight into how your brain works and like why you've been holding on to things. And it's weird because it feels like the why and the significant that you placed different events and people on, it's like you understand the mechanics of like your brain, first of all, but like also your heart space. Like, you understand why you like held on to this thing, was able to release this easier. Like, all these things came into play. It feels like you just have more insight into your own self. Like, you've been on a self exploration, self journey, and you've kind of like, you're able to let it go at this time. It's like the time is ripe because you have this understanding of why it was placed there and held in such regard in the first place. So yeah, King of Swords is coming out because you're just like, it's like you're cutting through, I wanted to say the BS. It's not the BS, but you're being able to easily just cut the things that don't really matter. Even the fabrications that you made up that were never there, like the memories that you created that actually never even happened. It's crazy memories, you know? It's like sometimes we create things in scenarios that were never even real, you know, but what is real, right? But yeah, it's kind of like you're like doing this big chop. You're just ready to let things go. And you're realizing that your heart kind of got like bogged down or cluttered. The air wasn't coming through, the flow wasn't getting through because of like this like clutter or whatever. So again, your heart space is being cracked wide open and you're just bracing for that. You realize again that there's a certain amount of vulnerability that you're gonna be feeling constantly. It's like agreeing to live in a vulnerable space and be that, because you're not closing up again. Six of Wands. Listen, y'all, this is going to propel you into success, into like physical success, because I feel like you already are successful. Like, you've done so much, again, done so much work. You are already like congratulating yourself. You know how far you've come. But this vulnerability that you're meant to feel is only going to help you connect with your outside experience, with other people, with your experience at large. It's going to make you successful in the ways that the things that you've been wanting to manifest are going to come easier because you're connected to your emotions, to your heart space. It all starts here. So it's like, yeah, you are getting this massive, massive upgrade. This is where it starts. You've got to be willing. And I got this example earlier. It's like, we always hear about the lottery winners who, you know, somehow manifest that dream amount that they want, millions and millions of dollars, and then they go broke in a year or a couple years or 6 months. They haven't prepared themselves for the abundance that came in. You know, it's one thing to want this thing, you know, but it's another thing to prepare for it coming in. So it's like you're doing all that prep work now in order for you to have, like, this guy is like literally crowd surfing. I don't know if you could see that. But you know that what you want is coming in. It's like you can sense it, but you're like, okay, I need to make space for this thing. I need to let it flow in. Hold on, let me move some furniture around. Hold on. It needs to be able to flow in and not be blocked. So it's like, it's not like a frantic, but it's just like you're realizing that everything can't come with you, and also this massive abundance. So it's like, what can I chop? And you're realizing that you can chop quite a bit. You're ready to release quite a bit, quite a bit. You're realizing that you can have these things. You can have these people still in your heart, you can still love people, but not have it take up the space that it once did. Something like you can have your memories, but not have the weight of them. They're just part of the real, you know? They don't need to be like weighing you down or preventing you from moving forward. It's like being able to, what's the word? It's like having it but not holding on so tightly to them. You know, it's like they're part of your experience, but that ain't it. That's not all. More wants to come through. Judgment with the Page of Swords. Yeah. I do feel like you might be, and we're in Mercury retrograde as well. This is a timeless reading, but you know, whenever you read it, whenever you see this, you might be going through a time where you're like, it feels like you're combing through the things that you've like held in your heart so tightly. You're going through them with like a fine comb, and you are having this like judging it, like weighing it. Is this helping me or harming me? You know, I feel like you're Page of Swords right now, and you're kind of going through your, is it like a Rolodex? You're going through your memories and like your, you know, the people that you've met, like even like the connections that you have, everything that's taking up room in your heart space, and you're kind of like weeding out, you know, and you're doing it so carefully. You're doing it so carefully because you realize obviously that some of the things in here are propelling you forward, are really helpful, are things that you can like call upon and have these like amazing memories and like bursts of energy from. So some things are helping the flow and other things are hurting the flow. So you're kind of like going through it right now, and really deciphering and discerning which ones you're going to keep so close, you know. It feels like you could also be doing some processing, like maybe if there's something you haven't gotten to or that you haven't wanted to get to because of whatever, the discomfort, the pain, the embarrassment, the shame, whatever, you're kind of getting to that now. That's what it feels like. Strength. And this is taking so much strength. It's like, listen, from having your heart flow, you know, having it flow this one little crack, you know, this much, to having it be completely cracked open is like, you realize what you're being asked, and it's taking you a whole lot of strength because, again, you don't know what can come in through that window, but you know that the abundance and the blessings aren't going to seep in through this much space. You know that there's a possibility for the biggest blessings, you know, but also with that, you could be facing more shadow work, more other things, because your heart's blown open. It's got more healing work for you too, but it's got tons of more blessings. So it's like, you're sitting here like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing knowing damn well for as much joy as I'm letting in it, I could be also letting in like discomfort as well. So at this time, I feel like it doesn't feel like teetering necessarily, but the Judgment card is giving me, you know that this process is happening. You're just moving slow. You're just like making sure that you're ready for it, you know. You're bracing yourself is what I'm getting. The Fool. Can't make this up. Like, this is your time to leap. It's your time to leap. It's your time. And it's because you've taken all the necessary precautions, whatever precautions you can take, because really, like, we're not in control, but like the things that you are asked to do by Spirit, you've done. And now it's like, you're going to be ready to take this leap. If you're not actively right now, this is happening so soon, you guys. Like, this is in the midst of happening. And it's like, it's a joyous leap. It's a joyous leap. I feel like you're excited to have this new level of like heart opening. You're excited at what's coming in. You're leading with the excitement versus the fear. You're now just like, your fear has overridden the excitement has overridden the fear. There we go. So you're leading with just passion and just, let me try not to say excitement again. but you're leading with joy, with anticipation, you know what you've called in, you know what has been promised to you. Ace of Pentacles, like that gift. You're ready for the gift now. And it's funny because you're like, I've already been receiving so much, but the gifts are about to start pouring in. The abundance is about to start pouring in. All you had to do was make space for it. And again, when you're making, think of it like this, when you're making space in a house, when you're ready to like renovate your house, it takes time, it takes time because it's a big space and you've kind of got to like, every time you move a piece of furniture, there's like little crumbs and like crust and things that you have to like sweep away, and you're like kind of going through it because maybe there's something valuable, maybe there's some money or whatever back there, but like a lot of it's just debris that you're having to sweep up. So it's like for everything that you like, every block that you clear, you're also like cleaning up. So it's like, it's a big job, right? But you've been on this, you've been doing this, and you're ready to release it. You're kind of like at the end of the job where you're just like, I'm gonna throw everything away. Like, at first you're being hella careful, and now you're just like, nah, it's gone. Like, I'm done. Because you're realizing, like, why am I holding on to this? Why am I holding on to it so tightly? This one event, this one thing, like, it's not the precipice. It's not like the end all be all. Why? I need to release it. I need to let it go once and for all, for the greater good. Let me let this go in love. It's like you're having that time. It's like almost, I'm saying like kind of a ritual with it. You're letting things go in love. You're like thanking the past. It's like you're not even mad anymore. You're thanking it because it's like, without this one thing that happened, I wouldn't have learned this and this. It's like you're in this gratitude space where you don't see anything as bad, anything that you experience, but you're able to release it now because you've gained that wisdom over it. You're like, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, that may have been like hella uncomfortable, but I gained so much. I leveled up, I leveled up because of that. So yeah, solo leveling that's what I'm hearing, solo leveling, like you leveled up. That sent you from here to here. Like, yeah, it was hard. So what? I'm releasing it now with love, and I'm thankful. Page of Wands. It is a lot of like, it feels like a lot of starting over and being like, again, joyous and happy about it, kind of giving it this like innocent, childlike energy. You're like giddy doing this. Yeah, it just feels like you're in a space where it's not like, ugh, I gotta clean house, I gotta clean up my heart space. It's like, what was promised. You're ready to let these things go. You're like, what else can I do? It's like you're cleaning house with the music on, You got your sage burning, like you got your music on. It's like that type of cleaning up. It's that type of clearing. You're excited about it because you know where you're about to be once this is done. Two of Wands. Yeah, you've been given the vision already. You've been given the vision. You're like, okay, so all I have to do is X, Y, and Z, and I'm about to get, like, oh, okay. Like, you get it. You understand. You're in such understanding. Like, it's a collaboration, okay? You and spirit. Y'all are locked in. It's you and you. Like, so you understand the assignment, actually. And that's, like, hard to say because a lot of the time when these things happen, spirit gives us these jobs and you don't understand what's going on. You just, like, are like, I'm going to be obedient, though. You're seeing the big picture. You're understanding the assignment and what's being asked of you, but also the other end of like what's going to be given to you, the resources and the help and the guidance. Like, you understand the exchange. So yeah, it's just feeling really good. It's feeling like it's something that you want to do. And isn't that such a blessing when we can do the things that we know we need to do, but with joy, and with like gratitude? It's like doing chores, but being happy doing them, being like, no, I'm gonna clean up my house because it's my house to clean. Thank God I have a house, I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for this cup. I'm grateful for, it's kind of like, it really is just giving me that energy. of you're just happy to be here. 10 of coins. Listen, you know, I'm not even gonna say you don't even know what's coming in. You do know. You do know. You've been given a vision. You've been given a dream. You've been given a sign. 10 of coins is coming in. It's coming in for you. As soon as you can get that window all the way open, and it will, because you're clearing the space right now, that flow is about to be like, okay? You're not even gonna know what to do with it. And you might not, but you're gonna be able to hold it. And that is the key. You're gonna be able to hold it. So it doesn't matter if you know what to do with it right away. 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you're still gonna have it. You're gonna be able to maintain it. It's yours to keep, and you can hold it, you know? The Magician at the bottom. This is magic, you guys. Like, this feels so magical because it's like you didn't muscle your way into these coins. You weren't like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna hustle hard and no sleep and Nah. You cleared out your heart space. You transmuted some energy. It's gonna feel like magic to other people, you know, around you, looking at you like, how did you, and now you do. And it is a type of magic, but it's like magic that you almost like seemingly didn't have to work for. I'm not gonna say you didn't have to work for it, but it's gonna feel magical. You did the invisible work, right? You know how much work you put into it. To others outside, it's gonna feel like, oh my God, is he a magician or what? You know. I'm gonna go ahead and end on these fortune oracle cards because I just feel like what's coming in for the collective. I already know, you know, the coins are coming in. What else is coming in? Wish. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. It is like the thing that you've been wishing for. And not even maybe, it's funny because I'm getting the idea that like you never said this out loud, but spirit knows your heart, you know, knows the things that you wish for in silence, you know, the visions that you play in your head. Spirit sees it all. So it's like that wish that maybe you didn't even say out loud. Maybe you didn't even like vocalize. It's coming true. I feel like we got this one before. Dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. And it's funny because I feel like you are joyous at this time because you already feel lighter. You feel like you can be joyous. You feel light and free and airy. Okay, hold on. Just a couple more. I'm gonna take this one. The sun. I feel like with that open window comes more of a view of the sun. The light is able to shine in. It's able to shine through. It says, open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. It's exactly what you're doing. Sunflowers can be significant. Like, you're opening your heart fully. That vulnerability is more of a gift than you can ever know. You're about to find out. You have the understanding of this. The vulnerability is what gets you this. It's a trade-off. Okay, one more. It's not even a trade-off because it's like vulnerability is dope. Like you're gonna love being there. You know, it's a space that you're gonna grow to love being in because you understand that that's what connects you to the world. Luck. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. Like you already know, you've been given this insight, which was purposeful because it makes you move forward in faith and in gratitude and in just like the spirit of joy. Because it's like, again, one thing to do stuff that you know you have to do and you're dragging your feet, you're dragging ass and you're just like, ugh. And it's another thing to get there with joy and with optimism and with like, you know, a pep in your step and a song in your head. And that's what you're doing right now. So If this resonated at all, I would love you to like, subscribe, and comment. It really does help me to just tune in to the downloads that you need to hear. Again, I know that we've talked about this before, this heart opening, but I really do feel like Spirit is going to give you that message over and over and over and over. So I will channel this message for as long as I need to in order for you to get it, to understand it. Okay, until next time, guys. Bye.